Good morning. I haven't been doing any videos for quite a while, and a lot has happened since I did one. And the main news I wanted to share with you today is I now have a hearing aid. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can hear it. It's right here on my ear. And I have to say that I bought this for his sake, mostly, because...
I'm my little persuader here.
yeah.
I said, if I have to keep screaming at you,
Yeah, right.
then there will be a little knock on your door. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And unfortunately, this thing could be extremely dangerous used in the wrong hands, if you get my drift, you know.
Well, yes, so to shut him up, and
That's going to be harder than you think.
it was worth it. But my hearing test, I got a hearing test, and I had to go from there and make an appointment to get the aid. And she said, well, you want to go ahead? And I said, yes, right today. So she gave me this hearing aid. I don't find it too annoying to wear.
I haven't even seen
I
it.
think
I don't
I'm
want to see
adjusting
it.
very well
It
to
may not
having
even
a
be there.
hearing
I do
aid.
not
It's
want
not
to see
even
it. I
bothering
don't
me.
want to see it.
And I think I can hear a little better. So, this is a wonderful thing that has happened. And we have also, he and I have also had a visitor that I met on Facebook from halfway across the world. I mean, we just accidentally, or almost, met up with her here in Phoenix. And I invited her to my humble abode, and we brought her down here to his humble abode. And I doubted she was very impressed with our where we dwell, but we had a good time, and I thought, things were, well, it just proved that Facebook is real, and that the people are real that you talk to on Facebook, and they can suddenly turn up in your life.
Well, let me tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you this a fact. This girl is German. All the way from Germany. And she did not come over to see me or her. But that's beside the point. She did show up. And, hi, how are you? Because I know you are.
Because I know her on Facebook.
She is our biggest fan. And not only the biggest fan, the only fan. So there you go. I mean, how much bigger can you get than that?
Yeah, and she was here visiting a person she met on Facebook. They took her around to all over Arizona, to Sedona, to everywhere. And so, again, it showed to me I've had my faith restored in social, if I'd ever lost it, through social networking. I thought, it does work. It brings people together.
Well, it works for you.
And,
that's all
well, it
I
doesn't work for him because he doesn't really. And then I also had a proof of it when we had the terrible snowstorm in Buffalo, and one of my longtime friends that I've always kept up with for years on the internet lives in Buffalo. So she was able to scream out for help, be in the snow, and tell us what was happening, and all her friends rallied around from all over the United States, England, I don't know where all else, to try to cheer her on, to encourage her to think she could survive. And there's another event that happened since I've seen you last. So social networking is big right now in my, because sometimes I lose faith in it. I think, oh, this is ridiculous. I just go on here and say, I like, put some likes on, oh, I like your phone. Oh, by the way, another big event occurred. His stepdaughter is leaving for a trip to Italy. and she's in New York,
When
and
did you find
she-
that out?
on Facebook, of course. I'm keeping track of her, and in New
Why
York.
didn't you tell me this stuff?
Well, I was
I
going
wanna
to tell
go
you,
with her.
she was driving and she hit a taxi. She said the taxi driver, you know, she had a hard time shutting him up because he, I guess, you know. But they all survived, and she was in immigration. The last news I got, she and her husband, Jason, were waiting to go on this fabulous trip to Italy. So I told her that I would tell Doc that I found out her
Now you're
destination.
thank you for telling me on camera. I really appreciate that. Now, as long as you're doing this, let's not be
Networking, I found it out.
let's not be unfair. Let's say this nice, very good-looking, intelligent German girl. What's her name? Come on.
Oh, I don't know her name. I've
I thought it was
forgotten it.
Sandra. It's so funny. Sometimes you just want to go, you know, that hatchet's right on the floor. All I got to do is reach over here and bring it back up again.
Well, I
Don't scare
had
the
met
crap out
her
of
quite
you.
a while back, and I told, and she started watching. She watched some videos with him. I told her that he was raised in a German Lutheran community, and they might, you know, and so she watched him. Well, I've never seen him. I've never seen him so charming, so comfortable, so at home with this woman, and I thought, oh my gosh, so that's how he treats his own kind. And she reminded me of him. She was, you know, charming, and she seemed very bright and very outgoing. Wouldn't you say she was very outgoing? And, you know,
Well, I'll
just
tell you one thing.
not intimidated by any
I will
situation.
tell you one thing. She kissed me on both cheeks. Now that's not too shabby. You don't even want to touch me, so yeah, I'm like, hey, come back again. See you in February if I'm still alive. We get rid of this one, you know, out the door.
And but anyway, this was, you know, I thought this was, and anyway, I asked her. She told me quite a long time ago that she was going to watch every one of our videos. He's on most of them, and I thought, oh yeah, right, sure you are. And so I said, so this time when I asked her, I said, well, did you watch the videos? And she said, every one of them. Do you think she was lying?
Who cares? How many did you say? 400?
400 and something, I said. And they're long. I mean, I'm very
And
long-winded.
did you know what I
I
said
said,
after
nobody
that?
watches my videos. My kids don't watch them.
Well, I don't watch
Well,
them
my
either.
sister watches them. The only reason she does so she still stay friends with me.
That's
But that is,
You know what?
she's the
Don't you
only
remember what I said when she said that? I seriously looked at her and I said, you know, I believe you need some psychiatric care, my dear. She broke up. Psychiatric care. That was funny.
And I thought, well, and she got a kick out of him, she said. She digs his sense of humor. I don't know why. I don't know why
I
she
don't either. I can't
understands
stand
humor.
myself most of the
I
time.
re-
Right now, I'm hating myself. I don't even know why I'm here. Oh, it's Sunday morning. Oh, Sunday morning, I forgot. It's our sermon.
And, you know, so she was like a breath of fresh air. You know, she accepts everything. She's like him. Accepts everything. You know, you can't do, you know, it's very hard to, for him to do wrong in her eyes. I mean, she wouldn't be, you know, she wouldn't be what I'd call judgmental. You know, she's extremely flexible, I would say. Is that what would you say that? To think that she could embrace you with such enthusiasm, and me, of course I could understand why she
No,
embraced me, but
I told you
to
earlier.
embrace you,
I told you
but
earlier.
you're her fellow.
She said that she was no angel, and I just said, well, you need psychiatric care. I said, At least you're not from southern Utah. At least.
So this was a big event for us. I mean, startling to say the least. To receive this kind of input from really an unusually, well, I'd say just her getting herself over here to Phoenix. So she could view in person people that she'd met on Facebook. I thought, boy, that shows a lot of determination. That shows if she's enthusiastic and wants to meet someone,
Well,
she will go halfway around the world to meet them.
one thing it proves to me is that if somebody's paying for this. It ain't me and it ain't you.
Yeah,
So she's not exactly poor, but I don't know. I mean, oh,
well, he
God.
wanted me to interrogate her as to how she paid for
I
this
did not
trip,
do
and
that.
well, you asked me if I did. I said, oh, I
I
certainly
asked you
would
if you
not.
asked her.
I am not going to ask her anything like that.
Well, if she's got a lot of money, we might just dump you. We'll just get together and go back to Germany.
Yeah, right. And so, but, she didn't have a car here. I think she's limited somewhat in her
You can rent a
income.
car for
I
Christ's
think she
sake.
planned this trip carefully and.
Do you think my
and
daughter
I
comes
thought,
down
well,
here with a car?
if
She
he
goes to
and
the
I
airport, rents
have-
a car.
done our part in making her welcome, and so that her trip to the United States she wouldn't think it was, she'd not be disappointed in it. And I was very glad to be able to meet with her and, just exchange, see her in person. Now that is a wonderful thing. I'd like to go to England and see my friends over there.
I would like to send you there, but I don't have enough money.
I'd like to go to Buffalo and see my friend there.
I would give you a one-way bus trip.
I'd really like to go to
Greyhound,
Georgia
Buffalo.
and see my friend there because, this a lot, but man, having this meeting was like, well, everything's possible. Everything's possible.
No, not everything is possible.
and so-
Trust me, it's not. If
Oh.
you don't have the money for it, it ain't possible. I'll tell you what I will do though. I'll give you a one-way bus trip, Greyhound to Buffalo, because by the time the bus gets there, it'll be what, maybe February by the time you get back. Jeez.
And actually she is friends with both of my sons, and she was hoping to meet with one of my sons to talk about taking his show Bohemian Cowboy to Germany, which he's had in mind quite a long time,
Obviously she has
and
a
to
little...
into England. And I thought, well, maybe I can get her to take my memoir, help me get my memoir to Germany. So I said, oh, okay, and I've sent her all the information. I just think that'd be a wonderful thing to get my memoir over to Germany and England. That's my purpose. And
You haven't even got it to Utah. You haven't even got it out of... You haven't even got it off... Matter of fact, folks, it's not even in book form yet. What do you think about that?
But she did get to
We'll
meet
put you down. You'll get the
my
first
son. Something happened to him.
Autographed.
He had he was unfortunately held up, and so.
No, I don't believe that's...
What, by gunpoint or what?
Is not... No, he was stopped by an armed policeman who said...
And, and so.
Oh, he was held up then, wasn't he? Cop had a gun.
And I just, but
Oh,
I thought, well, if she can't meet the son, let her meet the mother. Because, that might not be quite, but I thought that would be, compensate her for her trip. Because obviously she came over here to meet some Facebook friends. And
You will be coming back in February, won't you please?
Seriously, one of us might be dead. With a little luck, we'll both be dead by then, so.
It was a fun time, and so all these events have occurred. I've got a foothold in Germany, and I've got to get a foothold in England. I have some English friends, and well, things are just really hopping around here with oh my goodness, you didn't think it would happen, but it's happening, little at a time, here, there, and social networking really works, to you, Donna, in Buffalo, to you, my good friend in Georgia, my good friends in England, it works, and so, hello and goodbye, and I can hear a lot better, Doc, can't I? It's just a miracle.
Well,
I can
yeah,
just
but the
hear a
problem-
drop of a pen.
Yeah, but I'm losing my hearing. Everything balances out. Somebody gets something, somebody doesn't. Now I can't hear a damn thing anymore.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.